I have seen every hidden corner of your heart that has been wounded. I have watched the moments when you tried to appear strong but collapsed quietly inside. I was there in the nights when fear whispered lies to you and shame tried to bury you in silence. And today I tell you this, you are not too damaged to be restored, not too broken to be rebuilt, and never too far gone to return home. I have already prepared a safe place for you to begin again, a place made specifically for you. There is a place where your heart can breathe again, where you are not rushed, not judged, not pushed, and not compared. A place where healing comes slowly, gently, layer by layer, like the sun rising behind the mountains. A place where the lies that clung to you for so many years begin to lose their power. A place where you no longer have to pretend to be strong. A place where your soul can rest and be renewed. This place is not just a location. It is something I built with my own hands. A refuge shaped by my mercy. A doorway into the future I designed for you. I know the pain you carry. I know the memories you fear to face. I know the betrayal you never deserved. I know the fear that once told you that you would never be whole again. But I also know who you truly are. And I say to you, you belong to me. And because you belong to me, restoration is not just possible, it is certain when you walk with me. There have been seasons when you felt like your life story was taken over by trauma, by abuse, by loss, by disappointment, by darkness so heavy that it drowned out your hope. But hear me, now let me write the next chapter. Let me touch the places no one else has been able to touch. Let me lead you into a new beginning. I am preparing places like Hope Mountain Ranch, places built with compassion and truth, places designed to restore the broken, a place where women who endured abuse, oppression, abandonment, or exploitation can finally say, I am safe. A place where girls who never knew their worth can look in the mirror and see themselves through my eyes. A place where every person who enters brings their pain but leaves carrying purpose. You are not healed by running away, hiding, or pretending to be fine. You are healed when you come close to me, when you let me love the parts of your life that scare you, when you believe that I can rebuild what others have destroyed, when you trust that your future does not have to look like your past. You may have been strong for too long. You may have been silent for too long. You may have carried burdens no one else ever saw. I'm not asking you to stay strong. I am asking you to come to me. Come to the place where hope rises again. Come where wounds turn into testimonies. Come where shame loses its voice. Come where fear loses its power. Come where healing begins. For healing is not an event. It is a journey. And I am the one walking with you through every step. Just like Ginger, the horse once wounded, terrified, unable to trust, who slowly opened her heart again through gentleness and safety. I am doing the same with you. I am patient with your fear. I am never disappointed in your pace. I understand your reactions. I honor your process. And I rejoice over every small step you take toward me. I am not rushing you. I am not disappointed in you. I am not comparing you to anyone else. I am building you. I am restoring you. I am healing you. And this time, what I build in you will last. This is your moment, not to be perfect, but to begin again. And I tell you, you are safe in me, my precious child. Every one of you carries a story hidden beneath your skin. A story of wounds, disappointments, betrayals, and moments that shattered you in ways you never had words to express. And I want you to understand this. Most of these wounds did not come from strangers, but from the very people you trusted, leaned on, and believed would protect you. This is the deeper reason your heart needs a safe place. Because trauma does not disappear on its own. Pain does not fade simply because time passes. Silence does not heal the soul. And pretending to be strong only buries your hurt deeper inside. What you have lived through has left marks. Marks you still carry every single day. sometimes without realizing it. But I see them clearly. There are women who carry invisible chi-ons. Oppression, rejection, abandonment, emotional abuse, spiritual heaviness, and lies whispered into their hearts since childhood. Some were told they were worthless, unwanted, unlovable. Some grew up in environments where they were not allowed a voice, where fear controlled their decisions, where shame quietly shaped their identity. Some were manipulated, neglected, or deeply exploited, to the point where even years later they struggle to trust, struggle to breathe, struggle to feel safe in their own bodies. And even when the world did not see these things, I saw every part of it. I saw the nights when you cried silently so no one would hear. I saw the moments when your spirit was crushed under burdens you were never meant to carry. I saw when hopelessness wrapped around you like a cold fog. I saw the spiritual, emotional, and relational oppression that made even ordinary days feel heavy. This is why I prepare safe places for you. Places like Hope Mountain Ranch, where your soul can breathe again. Places where women who endured abuse, trafficking, control, and deep shame can rediscover their dignity, their worth, and their voice. I design places like these because I know this truth. Healing does not begin with advice. Healing begins with safety. You need to feel seen, heard, valued, and protected. You need to know that I not only see what you went through, I understand it, and I am leading you out of it. I choose people like Joyce to walk alongside me in this work. She knows because she has walked this road. She knows what it means when a child's heart is shattered, when a young girl is silenced, when a woman is wounded so deeply that she forgets what love feels like. She knows the weight of that darkness because she once lived under it. And she knows what my power can do when a heart finally finds a place safe enough to open again. That is why she pours her life into helping women who were mistreated, controlled, manipulated, or violated, because I turned her story into a key for the healing of others. Many women today live under oppression they cannot even name. Some are silenced inside their own homes. Some feel crushed by spiritual pressure so heavy they can hardly breathe. Some live in environments that diminish their worth, ignore their voice, and restrict their potential. Some belong to communities bound for generations by spiritual distortion, where women have been silenced for decades. I see all of these things. I hear the unspoken cries. I feel the pain they are afraid to admit. I know why there are days when you feel heavy without understanding why. I know why sadness comes even when nothing seems wrong. I know why fear rises from nowhere. I know why exhaustion hits your soul. I know why certain memories still sting and why certain words still echo inside you. I know the wounds that bleed again with the slightest touch. And I tell you, this is exactly why you need a safe place. The unsafe places created the wounds. The safe places will begin the healing. I know every layer of your heart, and I am intentional about healing each one. Not only the pain you can see, but the silent battles in your mind, the fears you hide, the emotional fatigue you don't speak of, the doubts about who you are, and the spiritual warfare surrounding your identity. So understand this, my child, none of your pain is random, none of it is your fault, and none of it is too heavy for me. What broke you was not your ending. I'm calling you out of the places that hurt you and leading you into an environment where my presence can restore what life tried to steal from you. Healing requires time, gentleness, patience, and safety. I am preparing all of that for you. I am placing people in your life who will walk with you, softly, tenderly, faithfully, just as I walked with Joyce through her darkest years. Your need for healing does not make you weak. It makes you human. And your need for safety does not make you fragile. It makes you wise. When you understand this, shame loses its grip, guilt loses its voice, fear loses its power, and the enemy loses his hold over your life. Your heart was never created to live in chaos, fear, or oppression. Your heart was designed to live whole, free, loved, and valued. And that is why I am calling you, inviting you into the safe place I have prepared, where your healing can begin again. My beloved child, there comes a moment in your healing journey when I bring you face to face with a truth powerful enough to change everything, not just to comfort you, but to transform you from the deepest places within. And I want you to understand this truth. The key to everything you seek is found in my word, not in your own strength, not in your willpower, not in positive thinking, not in trying to forget the past or pretending the pain never happened. The key is in my word, my living word, breathed by my spirit, carrying the power to restore what has been broken, to recover what has been stolen, and to rewrite everything trauma ever tried to define about you. Hear me, my word is not just a book. My word is the breath that rebuilds your spirit, the truth that frees your mind, the anchor that holds you when storms rise, the light that exposes every lie, the voice that shatters shame, and the promise that leads you into the future you once believed was impossible. This is why those I have chosen, like Joyce, speak boldly and confidently that everything you need is in my word. She knows this because she has lived it. Therapy can support the mind. Community can comfort the heart. Compassion can soothe the pain. But only my word carries the authority to reach the root, the place where pain was formed, where memories froze, where identity was distorted, and where belief was crushed. Only my word can transform from within. My word reaches deeper than emotions, deeper than memory, deeper than wounds, deeper than thoughts. It reaches the places you hide, the places you avoid, the places you believed would never heal. And I step into those places and begin speaking truth where lies have lived for many years. My word confronts every lie the enemy planted in your childhood. My word heals every wound adulthood left behind. My word silences every voice that rises against your identity. You ask why some wounds never seem to heal. It is because you have tried to heal them on your own. You tried to forget, to hide, to ignore, to outrun, or to bury them beneath work relationships, achievements, religion, or constant busyness. But my word does not numb the pain. My word transforms it. My word does not hide the wounds. My word exposes them to heal them. My word does not bury your story. My word resurrects it. My word is the weapon that breaks the cycles of pain. My word is the medicine that sinks into the soul. My word is the mirror that reveals who you truly are, not who your past told you to be. My word calls you out of darkness, out of confusion, out of fear, out of shame, and out of identities others forced onto your life. My word is the only thing powerful enough to separate you from your past and reconnect you to the purpose I designed for you. And understand this, if a woman who suffered abuse for 15 years like Joyce could become someone who brings healing to millions, then you must know my word can rebuild anything. When you open my word, you are not merely reading, you are receiving. Receiving strength where you are weak. Receiving clarity where you are confused. Receiving peace where you are anxious. Receiving courage where you are afraid. Receiving truth where you were deceived. Receiving identity where you were diminished. My word reveals that you were loved before you were hurt, chosen before you were broken, seen before you were silenced, valued before you were devalued, redeemed before you were abandoned. My word declares that no matter what was done to you, you are not what happened to you. You are who I say you are. That truth is what begins to break chains. My word does not simply teach you, it rebuilds you. It creates new thoughts, new beliefs, new expectations, new hope, new strength, new courage, new boundaries, and a new identity. My word breaks psychological patterns shaped by trauma, destroys generational cycles, restores the parts of you frozen by fear, and awakens the purpose pain tried to suffocate. This is why places like Hope Mountain Ranch are built on scripture, not on willpower, not on emotional motivation, not on temporary inspiration, but on the unshakable foundation of my word. Because trauma needs truth, abuse needs truth, shame needs truth, A broken identity needs truth, and truth is found only in my word. My word brings order into chaos, clarity into confusion, hope into despair, wisdom when you don't know what to do, direction when you feel lost, comfort when no one understands the battle inside you, courage when you feel exhausted, and life into the places that have died within your soul. My word is the foundation upon which I rebuild your life. Every promise I give is a brick in your restoration. Every truth I speak is a wall of protection. Every scripture you hold on to is a seed of transformation that will bear fruit in its appointed time. You cannot be healed without replacing lies with truth. You cannot walk in freedom while carrying beliefs formed in captivity. You cannot become who I created you to be while repeating the words the enemy once spoke over your life. This is why I call you return to my word. Return to the truth that shatters chains. Return to the promises stronger than your pain. Return to the identity I gave you before the world touched you. Return to the peace nothing can steal. Return to the love that never changes. Return to the truth that cannot be shaken. And when you return to my word, not for religion, but for renewal, not for information, but for transformation, you begin to change from the deepest places. You begin to see differently. You begin to stand more firmly. You begin to breathe more freely. You begin to think differently. You begin to expect differently. You begin to believe in things you once thought were impossible. And finally, you begin to live like someone who is being healed, someone being rebuilt, restored, renewed, and realigned with the original design I placed inside you. The ministry of Joyce Meyer stands as living proof that when my word touches a broken life, that life is never the same. My word rebuilds, redefines, heals, and resurrects. And today I say to you, my word is your key. Take hold of it, trust it, build your life upon it. Let it transform you and watch your healing begin. My beloved child, healing is not a single moment. Healing is a journey that I walk with you, touching every deep layer of your soul, one by one, breath by breath. When I rebuild you, I do not start with what others see on the outside. I begin on the inside, deep in the hidden places, where wounds still breathe beneath the surface, where memories you avoid are still alive, where pain has been present for so long that you have mistaken it for normal. This is why true healing cannot happen in isolation. Healing needs an environment, a foundation of truth, love that is safe, and community shaped by my heart. Healing requires experiences that gently and repeatedly reshape the soul. That is why I prepared places like Hope Mountain Ranch, a sanctuary I have set apart so that the broken can breathe, the hurting can be seen, and the wounded can rediscover honor, dignity, and peace. Hear me, I heal you layer by layer, never in haste. I build you with patience, not with pressure. I restore you with mercy, not with comparison. Many believe that time heals wounds, but time alone does not heal. Time only creates distance from the pain. Only truth heals. Time may fade emotions, but truth uproots toxins. Time may help you forget pieces of your story, but truth rewrites the story entirely, according to my design. And this is the truth I want you to understand. You cannot be healed in the same environment that hurt you. You cannot be healed by the voices that once broke you. You cannot be healed by returning to patterns that once damaged you. I bring you to a safe place because safety is the soil where truth can take root. A fearful heart cannot receive love. A closed heart cannot receive truth. A heart covered in shame cannot recognize its identity. A wounded heart cannot feel purpose. This is why I prepare healing environments, places where you can breathe again, feel again, process again, unravel again, rest again, and rebuild from the inside out. I say to you, in the right environment, your heart will open. In the right environment, your mind will be reset. In the right environment, your identity will rise again. Healing requires 3 holy elements that I myself provide: truth, gentleness, and stability. Truth confronts lies. Gentleness calms the soul. Stability rebuilds trust. So many women enter healing with invisible wounds, always guarded, afraid of disappointment, unable to trust, terrified of intimacy, fearful of judgment, afraid of being abandoned, afraid of failing, afraid of not being enough. These wounds do not only affect how they feel, they affect how they think, how they see themselves, and even how they see me. I want you to understand, I am not asking you to be perfect in order to be healed. I am not asking you to open up instantly. I am not asking you to transform overnight. I am asking you to take small steps toward me. This is why I value community, not just any community, but community shaped by unconditional love, where your soul is not measured, where your pain is not minimized, and where your heart is not rushed. True love creates safety. True love dissolves fear. True love softens walls. True love restores identity. True love gives you permission to rest. And true love heals. Joyce, the woman I have chosen and strengthened, often shares that the deepest work I did in her began when she finally felt safe enough to stop pretending to be strong. Abuse had taught her to be tough, silent, guarded, and vigilant. But in my presence and in the loving community I placed around her, she learned she no longer needed to protect herself. I would protect her. This is the foundation of every authentic healing story. The moment you stop fighting to survive and begin learning to trust again. There are many women who do not realize how deeply they are hurting because their pain has become normal to them. They have lived under oppression for so long that they forgot what freedom feels like. They have carried shame so long that they believe they deserve it. They have been silenced so deeply that they forgot they have a voice. They have been hurt so repeatedly that they believe pain is part of their identity. And I speak over them. I am breaking the emotional prisons you were born into. I am pulling you out of the patterns you were taught to live under. I am lifting the burdens you were never created to carry. I am giving you permission to feel again, to hope again, to trust again. Healing requires the breaking of old structures. The lies you believed about yourself must fall. Many of these lies were planted in you during childhood. You are not good enough. You are unwanted. You are invisible. You are worthless. You do not have a voice. You deserve what happened. You cannot change. You are a burden. These lies shaped how you saw the world, how you approached relationships, how you viewed your future, and even how you viewed me. But my word confronts these lies with the full authority of heaven. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are chosen. You are redeemed. You are valuable. You are deeply loved. You are not forgotten. You are not defined by your past. You are who I say you are. When these truths enter a safe environment, transformation becomes inevitable. But healing is not passive. It is a partnership between you and me. You must allow me to break the lies. You must allow others to love you. You must allow my truth to reshape your thinking. You must allow your heart to be tended to. You must allow your body to rest. You must allow community to carry what you cannot carry alone. At Hope Mountain Ranch, healing happens through relationship, where women are seen, heard, understood, respected, guided, and supported. No one was created to heal alone. Isolation is where trauma grows. Connection is where healing flourishes. This is why I use community. Wounds formed in relationship must be healed in relationship. To the woman who only knows control, I send gentle people. To the woman who only knows betrayal, I send trustworthy people. To the woman who only knows silence, I send listeners. To the woman who only knows fear, I send protectors. To the woman who only knows being diminished, I send honor. And I say to you, I will surround you with people who reflect my heart. They will be my hands to comfort you, my voice to encourage you, my arms to lift you, and my presence to calm you. But healing also requires purpose. Your soul heals when it realizes it It was created for more than survival. Trauma shrinks your world. Purpose expands it. Trauma convinces you that your life is meaningless. Purpose restores meaning. Trauma silences your voice. I awaken it. Joyce once said, "When you help someone else, God helps you, not because serving erases pain, but because purpose realigns identity." When a woman recognizes that I will use her story to heal others, her pain loses power, her shame loses its grip, her fear loses authority, her future opens. You were created to be light, to be hope, to be a testimony, to be a builder of others, to be a shelter for the hurting. Healing is not the end. Healing is the beginning of calling. And hear me, the place where you were once broken will become the place where others are restored. The place where you wept will become the place where others find hope. The place where you feared will become the place where others find courage. The place where you were weak will become the place where others find strength. I waste nothing in your life. Every wound becomes a doorway. Every scar becomes a testimony. Every tear becomes a seed. Every battle becomes training. Every painful moment becomes material for rebuilding you. I am rebuilding you through every moment, every truth, every conversation, every tear, every breath, every step you take toward me. And now I say to you, come into the place where I rebuild you. Come where truth meets gentleness. Come where love rewrites your story. Come where restoration begins. This is where healing becomes transformation, and where transformation becomes purpose. My beloved child, there comes a moment in your healing journey when the atmosphere inside you begins to shift, not because everything around you has become perfect, but because I am touching the places where you are most broken and breathing purpose into them. In that moment, something deep within your soul recognizes that the pain you carry is not the end of your story. It is the birthplace of your breakthrough. I want you to understand this. Transformation does not begin when you are strong. It begins when you allow me to touch the fragile parts of you. What wounded you will not define you. What broke you will not bury you. What made you weep will not hold you back. I'm turning what was meant to destroy you into the very thing that will strengthen and establish you. Breakthrough begins with a holy exchange. When you give me your ashes, I give you beauty. When you give me your sorrow, I give you joy. When you give me your weakness, I give you strength. When you give me your shame, I clothe you with dignity. When you give me your tears, I turn them into seeds that will bloom healing in the lives of others. This is the wonder of transformation. I use the very things you believed made you worthless and turn them into the foundation of the calling I placed within you. Joyce's story is a living testimony of this. She endured years of abuse, humiliation, fear, and trauma, but I did not allow her story to end in darkness. I touched the deepest part of her pain, lifted her out of it, healed her step by step, and then said to her, "Now let me use what you survived to set others free." The same invitation is before you. Breakthrough begins when you stop viewing your past as a prison and begin to see it as a launching pad. A launching pad for my glory. A launching pad for healing. A place where your voice begins to carry compassion, authority, and wisdom because you have lived what others are now living. I say to you, nothing you have lived through is wasted. Every tear will become a stream of comfort for someone else. Every dark season will become a testimony of my light. Every wound will become a doorway of mercy. Transformation happens when I lift your eyes from what happened to you and show you who you are becoming. Trauma tried to freeze you in place, but purpose begins to pull you forward. Pain tried to silence you, but transformation returns your voice. Shame tried to make you small, but I clothe you with identity and honor. Breakthrough begins when you realize that the work I'm doing in you is not only to heal your heart, but to awaken your destiny. When a woman discovers that she is more than what she has lived through, everything changes. She starts walking differently, thinking differently, speaking differently, and expecting differently. She no longer sees herself as a victim. She sees herself as chosen, chosen to rise, chosen to rebuild, chosen to speak, chosen to shine. And I say to you, I'm not only healing you, I am awakening the warrior within you. The enemy who tried to destroy you will regret the day he targeted you, because you will become a threat to his darkness. I do not merely remove your pain, I transform it into purpose. I turn it into discernment, into compassion, into spiritual authority, into wisdom, into strength, into vision. You will begin to notice things others overlook. You will recognize pain in others instantly, because you remember the echo of your own. But now that pain has been healed and transformed into spiritual sensitivity, and I will use that sensitivity to turn your heart into a safe place for others, just as Hope Mountain Ranch is a safe haven for women coming out of trauma. Transformation does not mean you will never be wounded again. It means wounds will no longer break you. I build in you a resilience that does not come from human strength, but from the power of heaven. You will know that I was with you in the deepest valley, and I will walk with you on the highest mountain. And the deeper the valley, the greater the purpose I place in you. Many women believe their story disqualifies them. They think their past makes them unusable, unlovable, without value. They look at their wounds and believe they have nothing left to offer. But breakthrough begins when I whisper to them, your wound is not your disqualification, it is your anointing. What the enemy meant to silence you becomes the very thing I use to cause you to speak. Not with bitterness, not with trauma, not with shame, but with healing victory and freedom. When a woman who was once abused learns how to love again, darkness loses. When a woman who was once silenced begins to speak again, darkness loses. When a woman who was once oppressed stands tall in dignity, darkness loses. When a woman who was once broken becomes a healer, darkness loses. This is what breakthrough truly is, when your story becomes a weapon in my hand. And I say to you, what once broke you will become the reason others find freedom. Your story will shine into the places where others are still trapped. Your healing will awaken hope in those who have given up. Transformation requires surrender, surrendering the belief that you must carry the pain alone, surrendering the lie that you must always be strong, surrendering the fear that love will hurt you again, surrendering the lie that I cannot use someone like you. Transformation is not about perfection. It is about permission, permission for me to touch the deepest parts of your story, and faith to believe that my hands are gentle enough to heal you and powerful enough to rebuild you. And as I transform you, I also teach you how to transform the world around you. You will become peace in places of chaos, truth in places of confusion, compassion in places of brokenness, courage in places of fear, and hope in places of despair. Your presence will bring healing because my presence is within you. This is why the enemy fought you so fiercely. He feared who you would become once you were healed. He feared that once you discovered your identity, you would be unstoppable. He feared that once you opened your mouth, you would break chains of others. He feared that once you stepped into your purpose, you would expose his lies. But he came too late. Healing has begun. Breakthrough has been activated. Transformation is already underway. And I proclaim over you, I am turning your pain into purpose, your wounds into wisdom, your tears into testimony, your battles into victory. Watch what I will do with your life. You will be amazed. This is the beauty of transformation. You become the person I always designed you to be, not the version the world created, not the version trauma shaped, not the version fear controlled, but the version heaven intended. And when you become that woman, nothing can stop you. You carry the fire of someone I have rescued. You carry the authority of someone who has walked through darkness and come out in the light. You carry the compassion of someone who remembers the feeling of being broken. You carry the hope of someone who knows what restoration feels like. And your life becomes a living testimony, a beacon of hope, declaring to the world, if God did it for me, He will do it for you. Breakthrough is not a moment. Breakthrough is who you become. When I complete my work within you, transformation is not the destination. Transformation is the journey of becoming more like Jesus through everything you have survived. And now I say to you, rise. You are no longer who you used to be. You are who I am shaping you into. Walk in your calling. Walk in your identity. Walk in your healing. Walk in your purpose. The world needs the woman you are becoming. My beloved child, there is a sacred moment in your healing journey when the work I am doing around you becomes the work I am doing within you. It is the moment when truth is no longer something you simply hear, but something you believe with your whole being. It is when healing moves from the surface into the deepest layers of your heart, places you have hidden from everyone, even from yourself. This is the season where transformation becomes intimate, quiet, and deeply personal. This is where I whisper rather than shout, where I touch the places you thought would never be healed, where I gently form a new identity within you. I am doing a deep, quiet, hidden work inside you, one that others may not see, but one that is more important than anything else in your life. I am healing the things you never spoke about, the things you could not express, the wounds you didn't even know how to name. Deep healing means allowing my truth to enter the places where lies once lived, allowing my love to fill the places where fear once ruled, allowing my voice to rise above the accusations in your mind, and allowing my presence to calm the storms that have echoed inside you for years. This work happens slowly but surely, gently but powerfully. It is the moment when you stop resisting me and begin resting in me, when you finally understand that healing does not come from striving harder, but from surrendering deeper. And in that surrender, you encounter my love in its purest form. Many think healing is loud, filled with dramatic moments, tears, or intense breakthroughs. But the deepest healing happens in stillness. It happens between your thoughts, in the quiet moments before sleep, in the hidden corners of your heart that finally exhale after years of tension. It happens as I rewrite memories, soften reactions, dissolve fears, and restore peace. It happens when you wake up one day and realize that the thing that once broke you no longer has power over you. Do not underestimate the slow work I'm doing in you. Every time you choose truth over lies, peace over panic, hope over despair, staying instead of running, you are being healed. Deep healing requires honesty. Honesty with me about the pain you still feel, the fears you rarely speak, the places where you are still weak. Your weakness does not repel me, it draws me in. It is in your vulnerability that my strongest work begins. I meet you exactly where you are, not where you think you should be. And when you bring me the parts of you that feel ugly, shameful, or broken, I do not reject you. I hold you, cover you, and restore you. This is the season where I want you to learn that healing is not an event. It is a relationship. It is returning to my presence every day, receiving my gentleness every day, choosing every day to let me shape your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, and your identity. Let me teach you how to think again, how to feel again, how to hope again, how to breathe again. This is the part of healing where triggers lose their power. The memories may still exist, but they no longer control you. Fear may still whisper, but it no longer defines you. Shame may try to rise, but truth stands taller. Healing becomes real when my truth grows louder than your past. And that truth is this: you are loved, you are chosen, you are wanted, you are protected, and you are valued. Deep healing also means learning to sit in my presence without performing, without pretending, without striving. You learn to let me love you, even on the days you don't feel lovable. You learn to rest, even when your mind insists you must do more. You learn to trust me, even when you cannot see the full picture. You learn to be gentle with yourself, because I am gentle with you. Many women understand in theory that I love them, but they struggle to feel that love in their bones. This is where internalization does its deepest work. When I shift from being an idea to becoming a father, when doctrine becomes relationship, when distance becomes closeness, I am closer to you than your breath. I am holding you even when you feel alone. I am healing you even when you do not see progress. I am working even when it looks like nothing is happening. Deep healing also means accepting that the journey has layers. Some days you feel strong, other days you feel fragile. This is not failure, this is being human. Healing is not linear. Some wounds open before they close. Some emotions rise before they settle. Some memories return before they release. And through all of it, I am patient with you. I walk with you through every wave, every trigger, every fear, every emotion. I do not hurry you, shame you, or compare you to anyone else. I simply say, walk with me, breathe with me, heal with me. This is the part of healing where spiritual strength begins to grow. You start hearing my voice more clearly, feeling my peace more quickly, trusting my timing more deeply, holding on to my promises more firmly, and seeing yourself the way I see you. And when you see yourself through the eyes of your Creator, shame loses its power forever. You are not fragile. You are growing stronger. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. You are not lost. You are being led. You are not behind. You are right on time. Deep healing is the moment when the restoration becomes your own, not someone else's testimony, not a story you admire, but your story. This is where you learn that I'm not only the healer, I am your healer. Not only the restorer, I am your restorer. Not only faithful in general, faithful to you. Let my healing go deep. Let my truth go deep. Let my love go deep. I am not just healing your life. I am healing you, my beloved child. There comes a moment in your healing journey when I no longer whisper only comfort, but begin to speak movement. I place within you a holy fire, a divine ignition that will not allow you to remain where you once were. This is the moment when healing becomes activation, when restoration turns into momentum, when everything I have done inside you begins to propel you into your purpose. You are ready to rise. You are ready to step forward. You are ready to enter the life I have prepared for you. You are not fragile. You have been fortified. You are not broken. You have been rebuilt. You are not stuck. You are being launched. Activation is the shift from surviving to living boldly, from hiding to stepping out, from silence to speaking, from fear to courage, from being carried to walking strong. I am not rushing you. I am awakening you. I am calling you into a new way of thinking, a new way of responding, a new way of seeing yourself, a new way of showing up in this world. Healing teaches you how to breathe again, but activation teaches you how to walk. Healing restores the heart, but activation strengthens the voice. Healing lays the foundation, but activation builds the future. Many women believe they must feel ready before stepping into their purpose, but readiness is not a feeling, it is a decision. The same God who healed you is the one who empowers you to move. The strength you are waiting for will come as you step, not before you step. I am with you in every step. I go before you to prepare the way. I go behind you to protect you. I live within you to give you strength. Activation means choosing courage, even while fear still whispers. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is refusing to let fear decide your future. Fear has held you back for too long, telling you that you are not enough, not worthy, not capable, too damaged, too small. but I am breaking those lies. I am giving you a new voice, shaped by truth, not trauma. I am giving you new eyes to see possibility, not limitation. I am giving you new strength, rooted in my spirit, not your past. I am giving you new authority, born from survival, healing, and identity. There will always be reasons to hesitate, to stay silent, to stay hidden, to stay safe. But I am calling you beyond the boundaries of your old limits. Activation is not recklessness. It is obedience. It is saying yes, even when you do not see the whole path. It is taking the first step, even when the journey ahead seems intimidating. It is trusting that I would not call you forward unless I had already prepared what waits for you. You may wonder, what if I fail? But I whisper back, what if you fly? You may fear, what if I am not enough? My response, I am your strength. You may worry, what if I fall again? My promise, I will catch you. Activation means stepping into opportunities you once avoided, embracing relationships you once feared, speaking truths you once silenced, and walking into rooms you once felt unworthy to enter. It means refusing to live small. It means showing up with dignity, confidence, and identity. It means letting your healed heart create healing spaces for others. You are stepping into a new season. What once intimidated you will no longer control you. What once triggered pain will no longer define you. What once silenced you will no longer have authority over you. This is the moment when your story becomes a tool in my hands. I use your past as wisdom. I use your pain as compassion. I use your healing as inspiration. I use your resilience as strength for others. Your life becomes a message. Your story becomes a light. You are no longer defined by what tried to break you. You are defined by the one who rebuilt you. And the world needs the woman you are becoming. There are people waiting on the other side of your obedience. People who will find hope because you said yes. People who will rise because you rose. People who will heal because you allowed me to heal you first. Activation is not only about you, it is about the lives connected to your destiny. Step forward, step boldly, step confidently. I have gone before you. I am behind you. I am beside you. I am within you. You are ready. You are chosen. You are called. This is the moment you rise. Not timidly, not fearfully, but with the quiet strength of someone who knows that all of heaven stands behind her. Rise with clarity. Rise with identity. Rise with purpose. Rise with fire. Rise with my hand upon your life. And when you rise, everything around you begins to rise as well. Activation creates movement. Movement in your spirit, in your thoughts, in your habits, in your decisions, in your future. This is your time. Step forward. Step unafraid. Step with me. The world needs your voice, your heart, your story, and your strength. Go where I lead you. Do what I have prepared for you. The new beginning you prayed for has arrived, and you are ready to walk into it. My beloved child, this is the moment when everything I have spoken, healed, built, and awakened within you comes together as one powerful truth. Your life is not ending, it is beginning. And it begins not with noise or chaos, but with a divine declaration from heaven itself. You are no longer who you once were. You are the person I have called you to become. The old has passed away, the new has come, and nothing, no past, no fear, no trauma, no mistake, no human opinion, no darkness can stop what I have begun in you. This is the declaration that seals your healing, strengthens your steps, and prepares you for everything ahead. You are stepping into a life where the wounds of yesterday no longer define you, where the lies that once controlled you no longer speak, where shame no longer decides your worth, where fear no longer limits your future. You are stepping into clarity, identity, confidence, peace, purpose, and strength. Heaven is not calling you to look back. Heaven is calling you forward. Lift your head, stand tall, breathe deep, step boldly. For I am with you, and where I am, no darkness can stand. This is the moment you release every burden, every painful memory, every voice that belittled you, every weight you carried alone, every fear that tried to silence you. All of it is being lifted. All of it is being removed. You are not stepping into the future carrying what once crushed you. You are stepping into the future carrying grace, wisdom, power, authority, and healing. You are not stepping forward wounded. You are stepping forward transformed. This is my final declaration over your life, my seal upon your journey. You will not return to who you used to be. You will not go back to what once harmed you. You will not live small, hidden, or afraid. You will walk as a daughter of the King with dignity, strength, clarity, and fire. Every chain that once held you has been broken. Every lie that once bound you has been exposed. Every darkness that once followed you has lost its power. Now you stand, not as a victim, but as a victor. Not as one damaged, but as one rebuilt. Not as one shattered, but as a warrior restored. Heaven celebrates who you are becoming. This declaration is not only about your identity, it is about your destiny. You will speak, and others will be healed. You will stand, and others will find strength. You will shine, and darkness will flee. You will walk in freedom, and others will follow. The world needs the woman you have become. The world needs the testimony you carry. The world needs the light you bring. I did not heal you so you could hide. I healed you so you could shine. You are the answer to someone's prayer, the key to someone's breakthrough, the voice for someone's silence, the comfort for someone's pain. What I have placed inside you will change lives. And so this final declaration stands firm over you. I am with you. I support you. I strengthen you. I guide you. I protect you. I empower you. No weapon formed against you will succeed. No voice raised against you will prevail. No darkness aimed at you will overcome you. My favor surrounds you. My presence goes before you. My angels walk beside you. My spirit fills you. My love crowns you. This is your new beginning, not born from pain, but from purpose. Not born from fear, but from faith. Not born from striving, but from surrender. Your life is now aligned with heaven's design, covered by heaven's protection, and propelled by heaven's purpose. The season of hiding is over. The season of breaking is over. The season of surviving is over. This is the season you rise, build, shine, speak, love, lead, heal, and walk fully as the woman I created you to be. And the declaration of heaven over you is this: go, walk in freedom, walk in power, walk in purpose, and never forget, you belong to me.